Hi everyone. We're doing an infamous Second Son discussion. We got three guys here. Unfortunately, three guys that have all finished playing through the game. I personally, Zadansky here, have played through the good and evil on expert. I did not platinum the game. I lost interest. Sorry. But here and then Memphis here, he also played through the good and on expert and
Currently playing through Evil right now, as you can clearly see on the screen, and I would do my best to avoid spoilers, as you will note.
no spoilers. Now, our last friend here, Drums, he platinumed the game good and evil. So we're just going to discuss how we felt about the game. We have differing opinions, so this may get a bit messy. So
Messy? Blasphemous.
First part that we're going to discuss.
Disgust? Yes, disgust. That sums up how I feel about this game sometimes.
Discuss. First part being story wise. What did you guys think of the story? Actually, we can make this spoilers.
I guess. Okay, fine. It'll be a spoiler. Yes, it has spoilers. It'll be in the title that it has spoilers. So if you're still watching this, that you've played the game and there are spoilers, and I don't want to hear one person in here complaining about spoilers in the comment section, please.
You've been warned. All right. So, story wise, I didn't. For good ending, especially, I was left unimpressed. Especially that ending. I was okay. Delson just didn't seem like the guy to do that at the end. He all of a sudden is this, guy that wants to be good, do the right thing. But I felt I was liking Augustine towards the end on the good side.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I don't think there's too much. There's not too much. How do I put this? You can't dislike Augustine. You know, and in all honesty, I feel like Augustine is almost Cole-ish. When you look at Cole as a character, Cole was kind of he was driven, driven to do what he needed to do, take whatever steps he felt was necessary in order to reach, what he thought was, justice, a just ending for conduits, for himself, for his friends, all of the above, and all of humanity. When it comes to, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what this is, people. Yeah. Anyway, Augustine's kind of the same way. I mean, she's kind of sacrificing her own kind, locking them up, taking away all their rights to ensure their survival, doing exactly what she has to do, or what she feels she has to do. Whether you feel that's okay or not depends on your morals, but what she feels she has to do to save her species. And that's very Cole-like, so that's very likable. As far as characters go, I feel like she's more, that's more likable than Delson.
Yeah, and Delson seemed to just be gun ho about no, you're locking them up, so you're not being good.
Yeah, exactly. In the most basic schoolyard 5-year-old morality way of good and evil, you're taking away their rights. Oh, you're evil. I must get rid of you. Not trying to see the bigger picture. I mean, it's childish. If I had to describe Delson Rowe in 2 words, petulant child would come to mind.
Drums, did you have anything to add to or disagree with?
I couldn't stand Augustine. There was just something about her that just made me hate her from the beginning. As soon as she came out.
You know who she reminds me of? No, wait. You know who she looks like? It's completely off topic, but you know that Allstate commercial?
Oh, God.
Yeah. What?
She's like talking to the guy on the phone at night.
Oh,
the wife.
She looks like the wife.
Augustine looks like the wife. She sounds hideous.
That's the weirdest thing you've ever said, and you said some pretty odd things, I must admit.
Just go look it up. That's how she.
He has a point, yes, but it's just very odd.
But I liked Augustine. She was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She was just a very hateable character for me.
But
I don't. She just the way that she would carry herself, and I understand how you say that she did everything for the condo. Is just, like you said, very cool. Like do whatever she can to protect them. But it was just something about her that even though I knew that she was trying to do what was right in her mind, I just couldn't stand her, and I was, yeah.
Was it the way she looked?
No, it wasn't the way she looked. It was just the way she carried herself.
Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of, I feel, the same way Delson felt about her. He just didn't like her at all. But again, only surface deep. He didn't look beyond anything, just only for his personal feelings.
Yeah, which I must admit is very childish, and in the future, I hope that he does. There is a sequel. There is a continuation of the story of Delson Rowe, and it does show him growing up and, really taking responsibility and act. Not so much in the way Cole did. He doesn't have to be a second Cole. Yeah, he can still be that kind of free spirited kid, But being able to think past the tip of his nose, that'd be a welcome addition. Probably make him a lot more likable. Because, oh my goodness, I just did that. It's not that Delson's I don't think Delson's personality is unlikable. It's just that his actions and his thought process, or lack thereof, that go into the story, make him unlikable and unable. Really can't connect with him on.
There's that one scene that always kind of irritates me, and people will jump at why, but when he's talking to Eugene.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Which one?
Go find some ladies, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, come on, everyone that's playing this game is a gamer of some sort, and he's already, like, stereotyping. It irked me the wrong way.
I don't know what you mean by that. What?
Well, Drums knows. He knows what I'm talking about.
I understand what he's saying.
I don't.
When he's talking to Eugene and, trying to redeem him, and he just comes off like everything Eugene's doing is just not like what Delson would do. Eugene doesn't act like Delson, so Delson's trying to help him. Yeah. It's like
It's a very pushy matter.
I feel like that might be a little.
It's just that
it's a little
that
harsh. But it's your opinion. I just feel it's a little harsh.
It's right. It's just that one scene is the one that irks me.
That logo, though.
So I just want to point this out. Side project or side point. Okay, this Sly Cooper and McGrath. We get it. You made the other Infamous games. You made Sly Cooper. Why do you have to put this on every single street corner? Your one thing that irked you about Delson. This is the one thing that irks me about this game. I get it. Before it was kind of clever. This is ridiculous. This is everywhere. I mean, gosh. Cole McGee's on every corner. It's just a little too much. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
it didn't bother me much because I guess I didn't find much of that. I'm not good at spotting those things.
See, and that's why none of the story really bothered me, just because of the personality of Delson kind of drowned everything out. I was so into the gameplay and so into the personality of the character that I didn't really care too much for the story because I was very into the actual character himself.
Yeah, he's pretty. I'm gonna stop right there.
Like I said before, I feel he's just
he'll appeal to some people. Yes,
he's just too childish for me, and not that I don't have to have a really strict main character, but I mean,
see, at the same time, you got to think too. His background was a lot different than Cole's as well.
He's a delinquent.
Yeah, but I don't want him to be Cole. I don't even mind delinquent. If you want to be a delinquent, go ahead, please. Delinquents can sometimes be very interesting characters. I mean, how many games do we play where a character is a thief or some sort of troubled youth?
Is there a game called Thief?
There's a game called Thief. You know what I mean? There's games with all kinds of troubled youth in them. They don't necessarily find redemption either. It's just kind of who they are. But they're likable. Delson just doesn't It just doesn't happen.
Well, at the same time, I think that's why this infamous game was so appealing to me because it was just a just a punk that got powers and wanted to go have some fun.
Are you a punk that likes powers?
I would be.
Yeah.
I am. It's probably why he appealed to me so much.
Yeah, so if you want to unleash your powers, enjoy your powers, and have fun, it does a pretty good job of letting you do that.
I also disagree with that statement.
Okay, so let's get into the gameplay then. Gameplay wise, I also did not. Okay, running around is great. The traveling aspects of this game are great to me.
Oh,
That's probably what I look for most in an open world game.
Spoilers, right?
I haven't said anything,
No,
but
wait, no, are we allowed?
there were allowed spoilers.
yeah,
Yes.
we can spoil, yes.
Yes.
There will be spoilers. I'm telling you again.
Video Angel Wings. All I gotta say, that was awesome.
Okay, but the funnest game I've played, open world, is Gravity Rush. And if anyone's played that, you know why. It's because you can travel. You're free to travel anywhere, at any time, any corner. Like if you wanted to travel to the top of the mountain or wherever the highest point in this game is, that Seattle Tower, you'd be able to do it in much quicker than this guy can, Delson, and it's fun. But the traveling is also still good in this game too. Like Drum said, Angel Wings, great. That gets you around really quick. And I really like the traveling. Smoke powers, neon powers, boulder dash.
See, I kind of it might not have been the fastest way to travel around, but I think it was the coolest way to travel around. It did a really good job of making you feel like you had all that power and when you're flying in the air, you're just running up a building with neon powers. It's just and bringing back to Infamous 2, it just didn't. I don't want wires to help me travel around the whole city. I don't want little cables. I want to have the ability to run up a building with neon powers and just fly. I thought that was very appealing to me. It just felt really really cool.
Well, number one, can't fly. You can float. I mean, and
You can glide.
In all seriousness, I mean, let's take this all into account. As a matter of fact, I'll even show you as I'm doing this. As my camera just kills itself. I don't know what's going on. Committing suicide all here. Let's go find some neon right quick, so I can show you exactly what I mean. Because all the powers feel the same. I can't show you all the powers right now unless I loaded up a different save.
Well, you can load it up now.
Yeah, I'll load it up in a second here. But look at this. Okay, so I got my jump, I got my float, I got my shoot. I can zoom in. I can shoot while I get the float going and everything. Okay. Wait, neon powers. Guess what I can do when I got my neon powers? Well, I can die. Let me get out of here. Okay, I can run up buildings. I'll give you that. That's cool. I can run up buildings. But you know what else I can do? Shoot, aim while shooting, jump, float, shoot, jump. Okay. Well, where's the difference? I mean, it's the same thing with the video. It's the same thing with the concrete. There's little variations. They tweak everything. It's where it's not exactly the same. It's not the same piece of code written over with a different with different colors written in, but it's the same thing. I'm doing the exact same thing.
Well, let me ask you a question. What did you expect from this game when it came out?
I wanted more customization with my powers.
Did it happen in Infamous 2?
No, it didn't happen in Infamous 2.
But did that happen in Infamous 1?
But
the way to address your point,
Okay.
Infamous 1, that was the very first game. No one was expecting all of that in the very first Infamous game. The fact that you had that open world sandbox, but Infamous was a very unique game to start with. Infamous 2, the way you even use your powers in Infamous 2 is very unique. First of all, the ability to transpose between ice and lightning or fire and lightning at will without having to go and touch.
That was. Are you talking about switching between electric and ice?
Yeah, I'm just talking about in general, just the way you could play in Infamous 2 with your powers, was very unique. With this, it's the same template.
That's what I also didn't enjoy, is that if you want to change your power, you need to go to a